All right, let's get into some of the other questions here. This comes from Tom. WWE is known for punishing wrestlers who get injured during a big push, like Dolph Ziggler or Christian. Do you think the McMahons are offended that Daniel Bryan got injured after his huge push? Do you think that Bryan will be punished once he returns to a full-time schedule? Will he ever be awarded another opportunity like this ever again? I wouldn't use the word punish. I don't think they're punishing anybody on purpose for getting hurt. I just think it's a case where guys get hurt and they kind of lose faith in them. They think they're soft, or they think that in some way they've let down the company by getting hurt at an inopportune time, or they just lose interest. Maybe they're pushing somebody like Fandango. It was getting a big push at the time, but he got hurt, and there were rumors that he was going to win the Intercontinental title. I remember Steve Austin on his podcast around WrestleMania time last year I proclaimed that within 6 months Fandango was going to be the Intercontinental Champion, and it looked like he was on his way, and then he got hurt. And when he came back, he was never pushed at that same level. He was never pushed as hard as he was before he got hurt. I don't think they were punishing the guy. I just think that he had his time, and it's a cruel business. And when you go down, that's why guys would hide injuries all the time, and probably still do. But it was probably more prevalent back in the day when the wellness policy, they weren't as strict with certain things now with testing and all that. But guys would constantly hide injuries because they didn't want anybody knowing they were so hurt, because they didn't want to lose their spot. Maybe they were getting pushed, they were making more money, and, they have an injury. Oh, well, it's not broken, so I'll just, I'll gut through it. But then that's how you get hooked on painkillers, and that's what happened to a lot of guys. You could say, well, that's the company's fault. Is it really the company's fault? It's the wrestlers in a lot of cases who just made the decision, I don't want to lose my spot, and so I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure I maintain that spot. And they're big boys, and they can make their own decisions, and that's a lot of the time what would happen. Do I think that Daniel Bryan is going to get another opportunity like that ever again? No. No, I don't. And in fact, if Bryan is not coming back next month, I think there's the off chance that he might. But if he doesn't, and he's going to be out until SummerSlam, if he might be out beyond SummerSlam, that makes it worse. I think we may have seen the last of Daniel Bryan as the WWE champion. I'm not convinced at all that he's ever going to get that belt back. And, if he doesn't, then it was a nice run as far as his march to the title, and he got that big win in the main event of WrestleMania 30, and nobody can take that away from him. And I'd love to see him get another shot and mix it up with some other guys, or have the rematch with Cena. I thought they had a great match at SummerSlam last year, and mix it up with the Seth Rollins. I think that'd be an awesome feud. And maybe he will, but I don't know that it's going to be for the belt. I think there's a very good chance we've seen the last of Daniel Bryan as the WWE champion, or, featured in main events on pay-per-views like he was before. I think those days may be over. And that's a shame. He didn't ask for the injury. It just kind of built up over time, and he had to go have it taken care of, and the timing sucked. The timing could not have been worse. But when it comes to your neck, you don't fuck around with that. There's not a whole lot that you can do.